What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sky Bees. That's right, guys. We are back once again. Okay. Yeah, so I have been working on some bee stuff here, and I have upgraded the amount of bees that we have in each one of these hives. They can hold a maximum of 16, and I have put 16 gravel, 16 sand, and 16 dust bees in them. So pretty much every time they all go into their hives and come back out, I think it gives us combs, or maybe it's every second time. I can't remember. Anyway, I did the same thing with our vanilla bees that we have over here, and this hive over here has nothing in it right now. So yeah, we have 4 hives that all have 16 bees in it. We're doing pretty good. I've been doing some actual bee breeding. We kind of took a little bit of a look at that at the end of last episode, and since then I have gone a little crazy here. So these are all the bees that we were able to make from just crafting, I do believe. And then we have a whole bunch of these other ones. We have redstone bees, fluix, certus quartz, blaze, skeleton, creeper, uranium, aluminum, nether quartz, copper, fluorite, slimy, I think that's the one that we made together, and then pigmen, right? So we have a whole bunch of these, and even more still, we have tin, osmium, silver, gold, raw uranite, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, lead, nickel, iron, prismarine, salt, aquamarine, and glass. So we have quite a bit of different bees. I've gone through and I've tried to breed up and get 6 of each type. Obviously, as you saw, we don't have 6 of everything. Some of these are a little bit more difficult than others, because like to breed fluix bees, we actually need fluix crystals. I do believe that that's what's going on here. Bee breeding, yeah, we need the fluix crystals to breed those. So the ones that I do have were from when we were taking, I think it was a gravel bee or a dust bee, I can't remember, one of the two, plus the sieve bees, and we ended up with one of these. Anyway, so I've gone through with the sieve bee and I've pretty much bred every single combination between a sieve, a gravel, sand, and dust bee. And yeah, these are the results here that we have. So we have made some pretty good progress. It turns out the iron bee, I think that was in here somewhere. The iron bee was like one of the few ones that you can breed with the sand bee. If we take a look at sand bee here, we go to bee breeding. So you can make aquamarine, you can make glass, and you can make iron, right? We can also get prismarine, salt, another sand, and then a soul sand bee. But I thought it was kind of interesting that iron was like the only like resource out of this one. If we take a look at dust bee, and we look at the bee breeding on this one, there's quite a few more here that you can get. Redstone and skeleton. Actually, I think it was the gravel bee that had like pretty much all the other resource stuff, right? So aluminum, copper, gold, lead, nickel, but iron was on the sand one. I thought that was a little weird. Anyway, but yeah, we have all of those bees ready to go now. We can throw it in and just start collecting all of the stuff. However, we still run into the issue where combs are popping out every now and then. We aren't collecting all of them. So I would like to upgrade our collection system over here to use something that's going to be better than our vanilla collection that we're doing right now, which isn't so great. Yep. So I have switched out all the chests that we have here. We are now using drawers, which is much better. We can actually upgrade those, and I've thrown an upgrade into this one. We have a storage 5. Just a couple emerald sticks in the upgrade template, not so bad for that, and holds 32 more than, or 32 times more than the base amount. I don't think I've added, no, I do have it into the gravel one. I haven't added it into these. These are fairly new that I have set up recently. But yeah, I want to get some kind of a collection where we can just have item collectors just grabbing items out of the world, right? So it doesn't matter if they pop out, and we don't have to have these mine carts here anymore. And then we can have all that stuff go directly into the drawers that they want, right? So I think that's what we want to do here. Also, I have noticed that this mod pack has player mobs, I think is what it is. And there's a bunch of different random monsters for the player mobs. I've gone ahead and I swapped them all out for hermits. So it looks like we got Corrales and Stress in here. And I have collected a few different heads from different hermits by killing these monsters. Also, we got a pair of diamond leggings off one of these guys. I'm not sure which one it was. This looks pretty good. This item's enchantability is increased by 18. That seems pretty good, right? We got a diamond sword off one of those, partially damaged. An ender pearl extra, and just some other random things. So yeah, I think the biggest thing that's holding us back right now is ender pearls. Now we could just continue to kill monsters and wait for endermen to spawn in and hope that we get a drop. Or we look at ender pearl, well, I guess the ender bee specifically, which makes ender honeycomb. If we look at the uses on that in the centrifuge, we get ourselves ender pearls out of these ender honeycombs, right? So the ender bee, this is our next target, I think. This is what we should be working on. So bee breeding, in order to get this, we have to get a pigment bee, which we have, and a cobblestone bee, which we have. Breed them together, it takes glowstone and cobble, and it's 100% chance to get the ender bee, right? So I want to go ahead. I don't know, do we need 16 of those? I feel like we should just make 16 of each of them so we can dedicate each type of bee into its own hive, and especially ender pearls seems like something that we want a lot of. So let's go ahead and grab 16 glowstone dust. Oh, I'm gonna need leads too, aren't I? Let's grab, should be enough. Okay, so we need cobblestone and pigment bees to breed. So pigment, I think, was in this one, actually. It's in here somewhere. Try to keep them all together. So yeah, we have 8 of those. And then cobblestone should be over here, I think. 8 of those. Alrighty. So the way I've been doing this is not very special. Just taking these bees, popping them out, grabbing them on leads. Don't fly away. Come here. Come here. Where'd the other one go? There it is. These pigment bees look a little unhappy, I've noticed. Grab that one. So hey, we got 4 of them. I'll just tie them up right here. I'll grab like the other 4 and tie them up, and then we will continue on. All right, so we have our 8 cobblestone bees here. We have our 8 pigment bees over here. And the way I've been doing this is just giving a cobblestone bee, or whichever, 1 item, then the other bee that we're breeding with 1 item, let them make the baby, and then repeat that 7 more times after that. Because if I give 2 bees the cobblestone, we're gonna get ourselves a baby cobblestone bee, and that's not what we want. We want the 2 different species to breed together. So I gotta do this one at a time, and then I bring the baby over here. I guess I could probably not come over here every time, just kind of like continue to do this and grab the baby bees on leads every single time. But yep, this is the way I've been doing it. So we will make another baby ender bee. And put it over here. And I'm going to do this until we get 8 of these. I don't think we need more than that. Although maybe we'll go crazy and do 16. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm going to continue to do this. This takes a little bit of time. And then I like waiting for the bees to turn into adults before I do anything with them. So it takes 20 minutes, I do believe. It actually says if you look at the bee, how many seconds. I believe that's 20 minutes of time for it to grow up. Maybe it's slightly less. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to continue to do this, and then we'll be back. So I'm just sitting here waiting for my bees to grow up and being able to breed another set of them. But this guy showed up. The Wandering Trader. What do you have? You have Time-Worn Visage. Look at this. Protection 5, Mending, Unbreaking 5, Respiration 3, Aqua Affinity 3, Rebounding 3. I don't know what Rebounding 3 is. But anyway, the rest of that sounds pretty good. And it's, how many emerald? 45 emerald? Let's do it. You know what? Actually, I think between last episode and now, we've had another Wandering Trader appear, and I have collected, I think it was boots. Is it boots? Yeah. Rune Forged Greaves. Look at these. Protection, Mending, Unbreaking, Stable Footing, and Feather Falling 5. Those are really good too. Now, you'll notice I'm not actually wearing any armor right now. We don't really have any threats to deal with. And if I somehow fall into the void, I don't want to lose this stuff, so I haven't been grabbing it. But yeah, I have them for later. Probably after we get a jetpack or something. I think I need more than that, right? It was this many emeralds, or that. I needed at least that many emeralds, and then it was a helmet, right? So I should be able to get myself this new helmet off our wandering trader over here. Uh-oh, did you lose a llama? Uh-oh. Well, let's not lose you, huh? All right, so there we go. There's our helmet. Nice. All right, very good. So we have that, and we don't need our wandering trader anymore. Bye-bye. Oh, well, we got ourselves a free lead, and we got ourselves a trader llama. Don't really need the llama either. So, see you guys in a little bit. Did I mention that we got elevators? Because I don't think we had elevators last episode. Yeah, so I was able to get 2 ender pearls off Enderman. I've turned them into elevators, and they do in fact go through this bedrock block, so we don't have to worry about that, right? Very cool. And then I just kind of decorated it a little bit. I'm not sure if I like this or not, but yeah, I put some stone brick stairs around and filled it with water for no particular reason. It just felt weird having grass right up to it. Felt like it needed some sort of a border. So that's what I went with. Didn't do anything special underneath, but yeah, it's below the bedrock, so you know exactly where it is anyway. But yeah, thought that was pretty cool. All right, well, I got 16 of these ender bees. We're just going to go ahead and throw them in here and see what happens. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. They just go into the hive and they start producing. Yep. So once we start getting combs from these, we should be able to put those through the centrifuge and get ourselves ender pearls. And then all of our ender pearl issues should be solved, which is going to be amazing. All right, I think we are all good. I'll go ahead and cap this off and get rid of that piece of glass. Sweet. So now it's just a matter of time. They got to be in the hive, come out, get the pollen, go back in, etc., etc. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time, and everything should be set up down below to collect their combs. So just going to go ahead and wait. Or actually, we're going to be waiting a very long time. Yeah, so I was just looking, ender bee. And if we look at the uses, we can go to bee flowers. This requires us to have an ender ingot block for the flower. Unlike these other bees that just require some kind of a flower, this is a special resource block. So in order to make that, we have to have ourselves 9 ender ingots. And in order to make 9 ender ingots, we have to have 9 ender pearls and 9 iron ingots, right? So we are 8 ender pearls shy of being able to get these bees to do anything. So they're just going to sit here waiting for their flower, not doing anything. That's unfortunate. I should have looked at that. We haven't had to deal with that yet. So this is the first time. So give me a break on that. So I guess we need to figure out a way to get ourselves ender pearls a little bit more quickly, huh? Okay, so maybe we could extend our mob farm, this little dinky thing. Instead of having it a manual thing where we sit here and attack the mobs, we could make it bigger and then drop them somewhere so they just die to fall damage. I think that's probably going to be the next step here in order to get what we need and get it fast. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So dark room, we need to get more of the vector plates all pointing to a drop hole and then get all the mobs to go down there and collect the drops. Okay, well, I'm going to start working on that. We'll be back. I can see my base from here. So anyway, yeah, we're at the top of a pillar here. I was just testing the elevators. I used our last ender pearl, made one more elevator. We need ender pearls and I used one. Counterproductive, I know. I was just testing to see how far away these elevators work, and that is 50 blocks, which is perfect. So to drop an enderman down to one-shot it, I believe it's like 43 blocks, 42, 43 blocks, something along those lines. I was just making sure that one elevator block would be able to get us to where we need to go. So yeah, we're gonna place this about 45 blocks below our basement area, well, the killing floor for where our mobs are going to fall to. That way, we can just use our existing elevator to get down to where we're going. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So yeah, we'll press down to go down here and press down one more time to get all the way down to where we're going to have the drop floor. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out a way to go down 45, 50 blocks from here, which I don't think will be that difficult, to be honest. Especially since we have that quirk thing where you can place blocks below yourself or below the floor. So like if I get rid of this and then I place a block right like that, it goes underneath and that one goes underneath and that one goes underneath, right? And then I can just dig down and then do the same thing, etc., etc. So that'll be pretty easy. Or we could just do the old school skyblock way and just drop water down and then place blocks all the way down. We could do that. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and try and get down to where I need to go. And for safety reasons, I'm going to clear my inventory except for the necessary items. I'm going to build a bridge from here over to about where this is going to be. And then we'll figure out the mob farm and the landing pad and all that stuff. But we got to get the hard part done first. So let's do it. So this is a little freaky, I gotta say. I'm not liking this too much. But yeah, as I'm going down here, I'm noticing there is a bee in the void all the way down there. I'm not sure why there's a bee, but I brought some of the bee jars with me so I can capture it and, I don't know, do something with it, I guess? I suppose bees don't float down to the void. They just hang out at the bottom of the world. I guess, I don't know. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm going all the way down to Y16. I'm just moving down 2 blocks at a time just to be extremely safe. When I've used this mechanic before from Quark, where you can place blocks underneath another one, yeah, I've had it before where the blocks just sort of disappear. So I'm like leaving myself a little bit of a buffer so that doesn't happen. I mean, so far in this version of Minecraft, it seems pretty stable, but like I said, past experience. So yeah, I'm just being extra cautious in case one of these blocks decides to go away. I don't go into the void. But anyway, yeah, we're almost to where we need to be here, and we're getting closer and closer to that bee. Or is there more than one? There might be more than one, although it's really hard to say. Well, anyway, let me just go ahead and finish this up real quick, and then we will continue on, guys. Alright, well, I got over to where this bee is, and we got a little bit of a problem. I'm at Y1. I cannot place any blocks lower than where I'm at right now. It won't allow me to do it, and I cannot pick this bee up. I'm right-clicking on it. Yep, so the bee is out of range for me to target it, and I can't get down any lower. So I guess the only thing at this point I could do is get myself like a bow and arrow and shoot it, just to get rid of it. But anyway, that's where we are. So I'll put a torch here so I can see what we're doing. So that's our floor right there. I need to pillar back up to that location and go over so we can have the little killing area. But yeah, I wanted to see, oh, the bee stopped. What the heck? Why did the animation stop? I don't know. Well, here you go. Have a light bee. I'll probably come back down here and shoot it, like I said, just to get rid of it so we don't have extra entities in the world. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get back up here to where I need to go. Should be, yeah, right here. And then I'm gonna leave this dirt so I remember to go down there and get rid of the rest of that stuff. But the rest of this floor, I'm gonna go ahead and just do with stone brick. Now, I looked at this earlier and I wanted to go over to 290. That's where our drop chute is going to be. I need to make sure I torch this up. Being this low in the world, probably going to have a lot of mobs spawning if I don't torch it. Anyway, let me get over here, finish this up like I said, and we will once again continue on. All right, so here we go. Here's our expanded out mob farm. It's nothing too crazy, just a bunch of dark glass to keep the light out, and then I didn't have enough dark glass, so I just used some stone brick at the top here. But yeah, it's 11 by 11 with a 3 by 3 hole in the center with a bunch of upgraded vector plates all facing towards the center. So any mobs that spawn in here should get funneled to the 3 by 3. And I haven't tested this yet. I haven't even seen a single mob spawn. I assume this is going to work pretty well, though. I mean, 11 by 11 isn't super crazy amount. We are going to get spiders, so that's another thing. And being that's a 3 by 3 hole, we might get mobs. Well, not just that. It's a 3 by 3 with a 50 block drop. So we might get mobs like not going straight down, kind of like going down an angle. So I did make the drop platform a little bit bigger. There is one thing that I want to do before I go down there and look at that. I want to grab some more of these cobblestone walls. I did make it safe down here where all the mobs are falling. So I don't accidentally walk off the edge or whatever. So we got a bunch of walls around. But yeah, the one thing that I wanted to do was, in case for some reason a mob survives, I wanted to put walls like this a little bit just to keep them inside. I think that'll be fine. We can open this chest. Oh yeah, we're getting player head drops as well. That's interesting. Okay, so no ender pearls yet. no ender pearls yet. We gotta wait. Probably want to hang out back here so mobs don't like detect me on the way down. Yeah, that seems to be working pretty good. I like it. It's not the fastest mob farm ever, but yeah, what we're looking for is getting 9 ender pearls, so hopefully we'll be able to get something like that here very soon. Okay, so it's taken a long time, almost an hour now, actually a little over an hour I think, for us to get these 9 pearls, and there we go. But yeah, you can see we've gotten plenty of mob drops. I've consolidated our previous mob drops from that platform down here as well. So now we can finally... Oh, all the ender bees went away. I thought they've been hanging out there the entire time. I guess they go in at nighttime. Anyway, we can finally make ourselves what we're looking for here. So I needed 9 of these, 9 of those. There's our ender ingots, and then we can turn that into an ender block. Aha. Yeah, so you might be thinking that since I have a mob farm, I don't need ender bees. Well, like I said, it took an hour for 9 of those, and with these bees producing, each comb through the centrifuge will get us one ender pearl. So yeah, this is gonna be way better, way faster. I can only imagine. I need to get myself another piece of glass here. I would like silk touch. I don't have silk touch. Oh, I only have 1 piece of glass. Okay, we better make this one count. I think what I'm gonna do, we're gonna break this. I'm gonna break that. That's gonna go there. And we'll place this back, and I think that's all we have to do. I do need to go and get that stuff out of the hoppers from down below. But yeah, I think that's all we gotta do. So let's go ahead and sleep and see if the bees react. Alright, so it's daytime. I just slept. All the bees popped out. It looks like they're interested in that block down there. I assume that's how this works. Again, I haven't used these bees before. In fact, I haven't really played with vanilla bees at all. Oh yeah, so they went in there. It looks like they got pollinated. They went into the hive. They're now doing their thing along with all the other bees. So I think they are satisfied, which is fantastic. So that means when they pop out, we should get ourselves like a redstone signal of 2 or 3. I don't really know how many 16 bees does, but they go in and out twice, I believe. And then we can harvest the combs. So they all just came out. Oh, wow. Okay, we just got a redstone signal of 4. Aha. Huh. Okay, so that's a little bit better than I thought it was. So that's pretty cool. So they'll go back in. When they come back out, we should be able to get our first ender honeycombs, which is going to be fantastic. All right, so it looks like we got ourselves 18 ender honeycombs down here. And there's our quest complete for touching the honeycomb for the very first time. And it did actually look like some of them popped out up above. I didn't grab those though. These elevators, by the way, if you right click on them, you can set them to be directional. So I have this one facing north, and then I have the arrow that is on there by default when you turn them directional hidden, right? So I always face this way. I gotta get used to that. Anyway, so yeah, there's a couple more combs over here, looks like. How many did we end up with? 22. So that means in that short amount of time, well, after we run these things through here, we should have 22 ender pearls, which is going to be great. Make sure this thing works like I think it should. And also we should be getting dragon's breath instead of honey bottles if we get anything at all. Yeah, so there's dragon's breath and there's our ender pearls. This is awesome. So now we're going to get ender pearls way faster than we were able to get them before. And anything that we need that requires ender pearls, that's going to be cake. So I think in the future, what I would like to do is change these centrifuges up a bit. I think I'm going to get one specifically for every single hive. So every time that we collect combs, those combs will go through its own specific centrifuge, and then we'll just get the resulting items and put that somewhere else, I guess. I don't know if we're going to keep bottles in the centrifuges for the ender pearls. If we need that much dragon's breath, we'll have to figure that out as we go. But yeah, now that we have the ability to get those pearls, we should be able to start making ourselves item collectors and collect these combs a little bit more efficiently, because we are definitely losing some all the time, which is unfortunate, but we will fix that. We will fix that. Guys, we're gonna end the episode here. Today, we got ourselves a better mob farm. We're collecting a lot of cool loot from the mobs. I didn't realize that they had all sorts of like specialized magical items or whatever. They have better enchantability or whatever. There was an iron pick that we got, I think, that says it has diamond pick hardness. So you can mine, I guess, obsidian with it, with an iron pick, which sounds pretty cool. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.